hello. It is I, Uncle Bad Touch, and we're back at it again with part 2 of chapter 1 of this beautiful piece of garbage story. This is the next day because I did not have enough energy last night whatsoever. Still kind of don't have energy, but I'm not gonna make you guys wait, and I kind of want to do it anyway. Yeah. So, let's just get this rolling. I'm going to start off with the last sentence I read yesterday, or the last part or whatever. How is it that he can be so utterly damaged, yet I still want to pin him against a wall and kiss him? I pinched the bridge of my nose. Potter, I nearly growled. He shivered. Oh, whatever. Fine, they're from my uncle and cousin and aunt. That's it. I nodded, and then his eyes went wide. He drew his wand and pushed me out of the way, using his sexy-ass parcel tongue. Then a large ball of fire came at us from the other side of the room, and to my amazement, he diminished it with a slash of his wand. I can read. He slid against the wall and mumbled that it was gone. I heard something speaking to me, and seeing as you didn't notice, I figured it was parcel tongue. It said it was going to test me, and it then I realized. Yep, that's correct. I realized you were in the way, and I got scared and wanted to protect you. Gotta go fast! I shrugged it off as something that could be dealt with later and got out a jar of healing salve. Shirt off, Potter. I'm going to heal your wounds. We'll discuss that later. He started to protest. Why? It's not like you care about me anyway. I winced. I care more than you think, Potter. He was silent, but pulled his shirt off. How could he be muscular but still so skinny? I forced a nutrient potion down his throat, and he gained a bit of weight, making him much better. I dabbed salve all over his wounds. It's past curfew. Would you like me to escort you back to your dorms, or has the nutrient potion taken effect and you're too tired? I turned around and saw the boy asleep in the chair. I picked him up easily and put him on my couch, draping a blanket over his figure. And then this is like later or something. I got up early and walked out into my other room, where I saw Potter straining against himself, drenched in sweet. Yeah, so someone apparently just went in and just poured some kind of syrup all over him, Whimpering. I shook the boy up, giving him a curt nod and going back to my own room perturbed. Potter, back to your dormitories. You have my class first, and your bag is in your common room. I would hate to see what would happen if you were late, I said in a growl, and he noticeably shuddered. Did I? No. He can't possibly be as turned on by my voice as much as I am his. He hissed at me. Potter, you're speaking parcel tongue. He tried and tried, but his voice was stuck in snake language. He sighed, and I wrote a note to all his teachers. He went to retrieve his bag, leaving me wishing he was still talking to me in that damn voice. Okay, I have a problem with this. As far as I know, Harry Potter never speaks this much parcel tongue unless he's in the presence of a snake or something. As far as I know, his voice doesn't just get stuck in heckin' parcel tongue. I mean, I guess you could argue that this is alternate universe, so anything can happen, but that's just kind of a lazy way of explaining it away. Literally, you're just doing this so it's convenient to make Snape all hot and bothered. Anyway, I heard Potter once in a while speak to his cauldron, and it was so sexy. It would always be loud exclamations, and his anger was the best. Malfoy came over and started to mess with him, but turned pale as a sheet when Potter yelled angry parcel tongue at him. It was hot. I don't know how I didn't notice before, but my voice makes him act different. Potter, he rolled his shoulders. Your potion for once is adequate. I spoke slowly in a growl, and he shifted and hissed what I presumed to be thanks. He looked perfectly fine now without a glamour. Once I had moved away, he crossed his legs. The thing is, student-teacher relationships are fully accepted at Hogwarts, so if I were to hold Potter back and kiss him senseless, there would be no repercussions. Student-teacher relationships are not okay! Heck off, Tumblr! Potter, stay behind. He did, shooing his friends out. I stepped close to him and prepared a deep growl. Potter, I have recently noticed your arousal in class lately. I must ask you to avoid whatever is making you this excited. He snorted and wrote on a paper. Hard to do that. How, Potter? He wrote. I'd rather not discuss that, Professor. I scowled, and he hissed what was probably a goodbye, pushing me over the limit. Ooh, this is going places. I grabbed his wrist and threw him against the wall, pressing my mouth to his. He let out a loud hissed moan, and I pushed him harder. Heck, Professor, he murmured. I pulled away. Detention at 8 tonight for swearing at a teacher. He grinned. Well, it's not my fault you use that sexy as hell voice and like the rest of you as well. I gave a tiny grin, shocking him. Parseltongue, now. He started hissing at me, and a moan rised from my throat. Oh. This feels bad, man. He pressed his lips back onto mine and then started for the door. See ya at 8, Severus. The way he said my name as if he were slipping into Parseltongue made me go crazy. Farewell, Harry. The shock on his face was evident. Oh yeah, because he's all this. There is so much wrong with this. I mean, I guess maybe you could... Is this the year that Harry Potter was 16 or 17? I forget. Because I think in the Wizarding world, like, 17 is the 18 for us. I think, as far as I know. So if they're 17, then it's not pedophilic. But if this is the year that he's 16, pedophilia is great. And also, like on Tumblr, there's the teacher crush community, which is all sorts of messed up. And I think someone from there is like, you know what? I think that Snape x Harry will be like so hot. And it's like, no. How about you don't? Ugh. I hate these people glorifying these like age gap relationships, and it's like, no, you can do that when you're legal, but you aren't legal yet. Jeepers Chris. Anyway, this part's gonna be a little bit shorter, but please give me feedback if you guys want me to keep doing this. I might just continue it anyway until like the end of the story, just because I'm kind of having some fun doing it, and it's some content for my dying channel that never got a chance to live in the first place, but you know. So yeah, see ya hackers later. Bye.